seers, including me, but I won't blame people. It wasn't until a couple years ago I started to look at the cinema industry seriously. I guess I realized how dark, how much creeps there are. You know, the drug usage. It's a dark industry, and I still want to tackle it, but I guess recently the blowback from the people who support me has been a little harder than usual. That's literally what people do. They go to LA to make it big, and and it just doesn't happen, and I guess what I'm realizing is that, I guess with something like this, it's so lofty, almost, especially at this phase, right, where all you have, at least for me, is I got my camera, my mic, a dream, and some really strong goals and ideals, but that's not enough. By all means, that's not enough to make it in the film industry. It's not enough. There's a million people out there, 100,000 people who are trying to do the same exact thing as you as we speak. What makes you special? It's just like when you get hit with stuff like that, because I got some buddies in the automotive industry, and it's like with something like that, it's concrete work. I know how to do an oil change on your car. I learned how, and now I can do it. But you don't just learn how to film a movie. You can make a movie. You can make 10 movies and still be just as lost. Well, yes, you have experience now. It takes time, effort, commitment, but support. Holy support. As a film, like as someone who's trying to be in this industry, support is, I think, the most important thing here, because it's all a dream. Until it's real, it's a dream. Like, until I'm in the theater watching my own film, it is going to be a dream. Even as I'm producing it, so many things could go wrong, and I am being negative. Okay, I am usually a very positive person, but when reality kind of slaps you in the face a couple times, left, right, and center, you're like, damn, what does a motherfucker do? What does a nigga do? And, well, what do we do now in Gen Z? Unfortunately, we go to the internet to talk about it, because at this point, like, I guess that's something that, I guess past generations can't understand, that we have the internet. If they had the internet back then, it would be the same thing. Yeah, the same thing. Be careful now. But it's just like, like, I guess like an example is just like, you can just bunker down in your room for hours on end. There's an endless amount of content, information to be learned now, to the point where, it's the world is so different. A couple of decades ago, if you were a professional at something, you were probably the only professional in that area with that specific skill set. But now you go on the internet, even a niche thing, there's 100,000 people doing it, but you can actually see 100,000 people doing it. That's the difference. In the past, you could imagine 1 million people, you could imagine 1 billion people, but we can see that now. We have actual numbers, actual data accessible. Like, we're seeing things evolve. Even now, we saw AI go from Will Smith eating spaghetti, absolute, you saw what it looked like. It was incoherent, and now it's almost indistinguishable. Oh my god, I feel like another black. You get the point. Indistinguishable. Forget it. The point is, I feel a little bleak. I think that's the title I'm gonna settle with. The film industry right now. The film industry right now is looking bleak, and maybe this video might bang, and I can make more content about the film industry. As right now, I'm making, manga-related content, and that's my passion. As you can see, as Black Clover Evangelion, I love manga, and it is my passion. But if you know anything about animation, which if you're watching this, you probably do, that industry is even more cooked. God forbid I want to be an animator, which I would love to. I'd love to be an artist, oh my god. But I realize how that's even more lofty than what I'm doing right now. Which is just to say that with this whole art industry, hope and support is a creator's biggest strength. At the end of the day, like for example, as a mangaka, they need support, because only they can do it. Only And so